In the championship standings, Sergio Perez is only 15 points behind his teammate Max Verstappen. Sergio Perez won his first Red Bull race a year ago at the Baku circuit, which he'll return to this weekend after winning his second Red Bull race 2 weeks ago in Monaco. He is flying right now, a potential world championship candidate in theory at least. In third place, only 15 points behind teammate Max Verstappen, less than a tenth slower in qualifying on average this season, with a pole and a win already under his belt after only 7 races. But can he really challenge Max Verstappen for the championship? It sure looks like Sergio Perez's driving style is better fitted to the RB18 car. Let's dive in. Baku 2021 laid Sergio Perez's groundwork for such a higher level of performance. This was the first race in which he demonstrated that he could support Verstappen. When Verstappen's tyre blew when he was in the lead, he was there to pick up the bits. He had overcut early leader Lewis Hamilton at the pit stops before that, demoting Verstappen's main opponent. He then proceeded to hold off Hamilton while Verstappen eased away without having to put any strain on his new tyres. In their time as the second Red Bull driver in 2019 and 2020, neither Pierre Gasly nor Alex Albon were able to accomplish so on a consistent basis. The extremely pointy cars Red Bull manufactured at the time, influenced by Verstappen's willingness to accept the rear instability that came with it, ensured that whoever sat in the second seat struggled to keep up with Verstappen's speed. This was also the situation with Perez at first. Last year's round 6 in Baku was the first time Verstappen was able to gain from Perez's delays. Prior to that, Verstappen had been fighting on his own on race days, with Perez always too far behind to jeopardize the Mercedes driver's strategy. But Perez has always soared over the Azerbaijan street track, qualifying second fastest here in a Force India in 2016, pre-gearbox penalty, and that seemed to fuel his breakthrough with the Red Bull last year. Following that, he was usually effective support to the lead car, engaging the Mercs in battle in France, staying close enough to Hamilton in Austria and Turkey to prevent Mercedes from changing his strategy, applying undercut pressure to Hamilton in Austin to keep him off Verstappen's back, engaging Hamilton in battle the second in Mexico as Verstappen won, delaying the advancing Hamilton in Brazil, and spectacularly doing so in the Abu Dhabi finale, allowing Verstappen to get back in the fight. Perez was only unable to assist Verstappen in his races at Silverstone, Monza, Sochi, and Qatar. Albon had only been allowed to play that support role twice in 2019 and 20, while Gasly had not been able to play it at all. Despite his similar discomfort with the car's handling characteristics, Perez was able to put in some solid runs thanks to his expertise and standing. It was for this reason that Perez was given a contract extension with the squad until 2022. He was forced to aid Verstappen's strategy in Barcelona by allowing him to pass twice at the expense of his own race. He was able to get onto the race-winning strategy denied to Verstappen in Monaco by qualifying first and running first in the race. Perez began last year unable to help Verstappen, but by mid-season he was constantly supporting him and has now advanced to pushing him. And now we're on to what may be his best track. Could this be a turning point in Checo's career? Is this finally his moment to consistently battle for the top spot? And will he be able to really challenge Verstappen and even Leclerc for the Drivers' Championship title this season? He sure has the car to do so, and his recent form lets us suggest that this could be the year we finally see Verstappen getting challenged by his teammate. What are your thoughts on the Verstappen-Perez situation at the moment? Were Red Bull right to let Max pass Checo in Spain, or should they have let them battle it out on track? Especially now that they're only 15 points apart in the championship. Let us know in the comments down below. According to former British Formula 1 driver Alan McNeish, Sergio Perez is no longer Red Bull's number 2 driver. Following his victory at the Monaco Grand Prix, Perez's form, according to the ex-Toyota F1 driver, means he's on par with Max Verstappen at the team. According to McNeish, this might cause Christian Horner a headache because both drivers will be desperate to win the World Championship, preventing the team from favouring one. This, according to McNeish, might help the team in their title struggle with Ferrari. Verstappen, on the other hand, may not be able to take advantage of team orders like Perez did at the Spanish Grand Prix, when he was forced to let the reigning champion through. Perez drove a really good race and put himself into the position, when Ferrari maybe didn't get their strategy right, that he was ready to take it. But probably the thing for me over the weekend, he was quicker than Max Verstappen. Consistently quicker than Max. Being quicker than Max anytime is pretty tough. Being quicker than Max here is very tough. I think he puts himself into a position where within Red Bull, he's not a number 2. He's coming to be a number one-ish. That's something that's very good for Red Bull because they have two strong men to fight against Ferrari. McNeish added, "It brings him 15 points from the lead of the World Championship now. It certainly gives Christian Horner a bit of a positive headache. I would say it's a luxurious problem to have. There are a lot of teams who would like to be in that position." Although the luxury position may give Christian Horner a headache, the Red Bull Racing boss says that Sergio Perez is free to fight his teammate Max Verstappen for this year's Formula One World Championship. Perez has been in considerably better form this season, outqualifying the Dutchman in Saudi Arabia where he won pole and Monaco. In both Australia and Miami, he qualified less than a tenth behind Verstappen. The debate about Perez's position in the Spanish GP team orders caused some stress in the camp, but it was quickly followed by Perez's triumph in Monaco and the subsequent confirmation of a 2-year contract extension. Horner stated that the team is unconcerned about which of its drivers wins the championship. "It doesn't matter to us which of the two is world champion," he said. Of course, the constructors is enormously important, but whether it's Max or Checo, they're both Red Bull drivers and they've both got the same chance. Of course, it's a long season and it will have its ebbs and flows, but it's great to have both drivers right at the sharp end. Checo is in the form of his career. He's doing a great job, and it's not a one-off. I mean, we saw his pole position in Jeddah, and he's really hitting a rich vein of form, so that's fantastic for us. But we need both drivers working the way they are together, because Ferrari had the quicker car, certainly in qualifying. Whether it was in the races is unknown, but they're massive opponents, and we've got to work collectively to make sure that we get both drivers ahead of them. Perez himself stated he was confident in his ability to compete for victories and the crown. "It's fairly clear," he said. "They didn't need to say it, but it's clear. I think on my side of the garage, it's clear, and inside the team. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here, so it's fairly clear." Even if they become immersed in title battle, Verstappen claimed that his friendly relationship with Perez will not be harmed. "Why would I change that?" said Verstappen. "We work really well as a team. We always try to optimize the car and work for the team, and we can accept when somebody does a good job or does a better job, and I think that's very important, because that's how you are respectful to each other. And yeah, may the best man win at the end, right? We always, of course, trying to do the best we can on the track, but we also respect each other a lot and try to score the most possible points every single weekend for the team. This all means we could truly be in for a 3-way fight for the championship." Sergio Perez looks to be in the finest form of his career and is getting better by the race, whilst Verstappen still doesn't look fully comfortable in the all-new RB18. With Ferrari looking to have the quicker car on Saturday and Red Bull the quickest on race pace for Sunday, we could see a lot of battles coming up for the remainder of the season. The top 3 of the championship are only split by 15 points after 7 races, and with a lot of races to come, we're in for another remarkable championship fight. It's likely that we'll see the top spot of the Drivers' Championship swap a few times before the end of the season. Who are you backing to win the championship? Do you think Verstappen will retain the Drivers' Championship title, or could Perez or possibly Leclerc make his way to the top spot at the end of the year? Let us know in the comments below. We'll pin the most liked comment. That's all for today's video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel if you've enjoyed the video. And don't forget to like the video as well, as it truly helps our channel grow. We'll see you in the next video.